morning, everyone. On behalf of the whole team, we welcome all of you. Thank you for joining us this evening. As you can see, we have Indian Sign Language interpreters with us. We have audio description as well. For now, there are 5 of us on the performance area. 3 of us are standing on the center area, and 2 of us are standing on the downstage, either side, left and right. Both of them are Indian Sign Language interpreters.
മലയാള പരിഭാഷ ആവശ്യമുണ്ട് എന്ന് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മാത്രം ട്രാൻസ്ലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുകയാണ്.
You can let us know if you would be needing Malayalam translation. We are trying to continuously translate in Malayalam as well. So before we start the actual performance, the theatre installation, we wanted to have a small session with the viewers. The reason being, we wanted to have or build a common language of understanding this kind of performance, specifically because we are having a mixed ability performance, meaning that we have performers and artists coming from across India with different kinds of disabilities. Amongst the performers we have deaf, blind, people who are visually impaired, and with other disabilities as well, along with people without any disability. So we had to find a common language of working, we had to find a common way, a new way, pathways of working and building such kind of performance.
Is it needed, basically the Malayalam translation needed? Allala.
So before we actually begin the performance, we have been trying for the past 2 weeks to weave things together, different cultures, different sounds, different landscapes, different materials. So to begin with, I would like to pass around a small tactile map of the space, this whole studio. So on this map, there are different textures. Textures for the performance area is different. Where audience is seated, it is different. Where our tech team is seated, it's different. So I'm going to pass on this map so that you can touch and feel. While the map is being passed on, may I request 10 to 12 volunteers who would like to step inside, move around the edges. If I can have 10 people to volunteer, please. Kindly be careful. Downstage, center, there is a tube light, LED tube light. Yes. Anyone else? You would like to have a couple of volunteers? There's no pressure. If you want to come, you're welcome. We have made the edges of the performance area tactile so that you can walk once you are entering the space.
നമ്മൾ ഈ നടക്കുന്ന വഴികളിൽ പല ഭാഗങ്ങളായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ചില പ്രതലങ്ങളിൽ വ്യത്യാസം വരുത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ അതിലൂടെ ഒന്ന് നടന്ന് പരീക്ഷിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ സ്പേസ് ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത് എന്നുള്ളത്. അപ്പൊ അതിന് വോളണ്ടിയർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആർക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം. ഒന്ന് ഇവിടെ ഏറ്റവും എൻഡിലായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഒരു സ്പേസ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിലൂടെ എങ്ങനെ നടക്കാൻ കഴിയും, പെർഫോമൻസിന് എങ്ങനെയാണ് നടക്കുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളൊരു സാധ്യത കിട്ടാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ്.
No pressure, like if you want to, we just wanted to introduce. So that they know where they are. some other people who would want to join, you're welcome. Thank you for giving us that time. I hope the tactile map is also going around. Another thing that we would like to mention is the performance is not a linear performance. It's fragmented. It's fragmented into different sounds, different stories, different metaphors that will be coming in. We have tried to weave in everything together. And I believe it's one of its kind. It's one of a kind of performance. First time in Kerala or maybe in India, where we are bringing in performers with mixed ability performing together as well as the audience with mixed ability. And just so you know, we have worked on something like double acting. If a person who is speaking on the stage, there is another performer signing for whatever are the spoken words. So we are trying to make it more accessible. There is audio description also for people who need it. They've been given headphones and there will be a continuous audio description by one of our audio describers, Surya. Before we start, are there any questions or would you like to say something, share? Anyone?
How did this concept evolve? How did this concept evolve?
Okay. Do you want the director's answer or? So I believe that one of the part of this whole project, Weavings, was also about future readiness. So we are thinking about how arts in general can be more inclusive, it can be more accessible as well. Even if the performers, even if it's a traditional performance, usually it is not accessible for everybody. Somebody who is blind or VI or deaf, hard of hearing, if people with different disabilities come to theatre, usually the performances are not accessible if you're not able to see, if you're not able to hear. So this was something that we wanted, or our director's idea that we wanted this concept to come in. That's how it got developed.
I would just add the importance of multiple senses that are crisscrossing each other all the time as a way for all of us to activate our senses more, which was sort of in the back of everybody's mind when these props were designed and constructed.
And another thing that I would like to add is we believe that there is no one way of viewing this performance. So maybe you would be experiencing something very different from the person sitting next to you, and it is completely all right, it's celebrated. I guess this kind of performance or installation gives you that space to perceive it in your own ways. Welcome again, and we have time. Would you like to say something, Dr. Kanta?
Thank you very much for coming tonight. Very pleased to see all of you. Thank you for joining us tonight in terms of being here with us for the show. This is a bit different than some other types of performances. It is mixed ability, it is multisensory, it emerges in part out of my own work for a very long time. It also emerges out of work that I've been doing here in India for the last 2 years. A lot of it's in the spirit of collaboration as much as possible. It's about working together to create a different kind of theatrical space and to begin to work together to create something that is cross-cultural model for making mixed ability and mixed media work. As you may already know, the story is about two weavers meeting on the road, and they first have a friendly chat, and then they get into an argument about who is the best weaver. So much of the whole project is about weaving in different ways, both literally and metaphorically. So I hope you enjoy the show, and we're going to start it in just a few minutes. Thank you. Thank you to Ray. Thank you. So 5 minutes.
Magic everywhere. See through the third eye. Hear through the third ear. Follow the one who jokes as he shifts back and forth between those who emerge before us from the shadows.
പ്രോത്സാഹനമായിട്ടാണ് കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നത്. പാരമ്പര്യം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അച്ചിച്ചമ്മ മുതൽ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് കീഴോട്ട് 3 തലമുറകൾ അച്ചിച്ചൻ നെയ്യ് വരുന്നത്.
We have always lived in this house of weaving. Earth, air, fire, and water, mix and mingle, as love and strife wrestle with one another. Across the loom of weather, spin thread, yarn, and rope, we trace our obscure mystery. love and strive. One towards the mountainside and the other towards the sea. They are resting when they leave. Chat from on the tongue about common things, the trees, the birds, and the weather. Slowly, wandering through memory, the state he had recently left away from, and the other spins the landscape that surrounds them.
Now the fight begins. Who is the better weaver?
നീ ഒരു നെയ്ത്തുകാരന്റെ കഥ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? താമര ഇതളുകൾ കണ്ട് മോഹിച്ച് ആ പൂവിന്റെ ഇതൾ കൊണ്ട് തുണി നെയ്ത ഒരു നെയ്ത്തുകാരന്റെ കഥ.
അതെ, ആ താമര തുണി അത്രമേൽ മേന്മയുള്ളതാണ്. ഏറ്റവും നല്ല സാറ്റിൻ തുണി പോലെ മേന്മയുള്ളത്. അത് ദിവ്യപ്രകാശത്താൽ തിളങ്ങി. നമുക്ക് മുൻപ് ഒരുപാട് നെയ്ത്തുകാര് ഇവിടെ വന്നിരുന്നു. പണ്ട് സമുദ്രങ്ങൾ താണ്ടി വന്ന അദീനിയുടെ വസ്ത്രധാരണകൾ, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നവഹോ സ്പൈഡർ വുമൺ നെയ്ത വലകൾ, മൃഗണ്ടയും. നെയ്ത്ത് പരിശുദ്ധമാണ്, അത്ഭുതങ്ങൾ നിറഞ്ഞത്. ഓരോ തുന്നലായി നമ്മളിൽ ഒരാൾക്ക് അതുപോലെ അത്രയും പരിശുദ്ധമായ ദിവ്യ വെളിച്ചത്തിൽ തിളങ്ങുന്ന മേന്മയേറിയ ഒന്ന് നെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കുമെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
പിന്നെ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് നെയ്തുകൂടാ? കാണാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നവർക്ക് കാണാനായി, അവരുടെ സമയമെത്തുമ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് നെയ്യാനായി, പൂർവ്വപിതാക്കൾ പറഞ്ഞ കഥകൾ ലോകം മുഴുവൻ എത്തിക്കാനായി, അത് വരും തലമുറകൾക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കാനായി. ഇതിനൊക്കെയല്ലേ നാം നെയ്യേണ്ടത്?
Then a contest, a game. Which of us can weave a story so fine that
A wager for a contest for the best viewer. 3 games and the title, We Who Shine So Brightly, the viewer who shines so brightly.
Only 3 games to test what takes lifetimes to learn. How are they willing so much to take risk?
Can these 2 weavers step through that looking glass into a world that will open up to its own accord?
Weavers, here is the game of hats. Roll your dice. Pick your first game. See what you can do.
well, which one did you draw?
The cat's cradle.
Turn the paper over to find out which story writer will tell. Game and story, story and game.
The lover story.
But what love story? There are too many. The stories of love, joy, sorrow, hope.
ഓർഫിയസും യൂരിഡസയും, യുരുവും പ്രിയമതയും, സത്യവാനും സാവിത്രിയും, റോമിയോയും ജൂലിയറ്റും. നമുക്ക് പഴയ കഥകളിൽ നിന്ന് തന്നെ തുടങ്ങാം. ഞാൻ ഓർഫിയസിന്റെയും യൂരിഡസയുടെയും കഥ പറയാം. നീ സത്യവാന്റെയും സാവിത്രിയുടെയും പറയും. പഴയ കഥകൾക്ക് അങ്ങനെ പുതുജീവൻ വെക്കട്ടെ.
A rose riveted velvet cloth
Dresses the woman's ankles,
their leather
really
softened
into a million steps, crafted with
various
various
wells.
tools.
Each one steps shuffle, glitter the night as they dance before
all the looking boxes. before the eye that sees everything.
The wellspring of memory of its love
Beyond
beyond our
our
hope.
hopes.
The shadows of Orpheus and Eurydice are appearing on the edge of the underworld. It is time. Let's cast into the harsh realms of Presto Agitato. Orpheus now sees. He breathes. He must not look back.
In a pause, a thrill into the lassitude of his finely tuned melody that softens this last afternoon. I am becoming more than a ghost, almost a woman again. And Orpheus has been born.
A pause, a thrill into the lassitude of hazy afternoon. The melody that makes the lost afternoon artful.
Those sound waves are around us. Mark us one side of the palm, then the other, as a flourish of lifelines sprout from music. Out of the underworld that breathes its life, but now in reverse. We can hear ourselves now as we sound in a lifetime. It is time. Savitri's love has prepared her to meet this moment, so that 1001 stories slip from a long place.
This sitar plays with full body, plays with hands, such free movement. And today, Savitri speaks. Her tongue fills with secrets. A single note sounds, a single pitch reaches out. Return the eyesight, the kingdom, and the multitude of noble descendants.
வெள்ளிக் காகிதங்களும் அதன் முனை தொங்கிழை எழுத்துகளும் பிறப்பிற்கும் இறப்பிற்கும் இடையிலான நுழைவாயிலை செதுக்குகிறது. அவள் கை பேசும் மொழி அறிந்தோரும் அதன் ஆதி அடி எடுத்து வைத்தோர் மட்டுமே அதனை வாசிக்க முடியும். மண் தழுவும் மெய்யுடலே 1001 கதைகளை அலைபொழியும் அவள் நீண்ட சடைமுடி.
Today, Eurydice and Savitri speak. They turn in the rhythms, freely moving as they please. These stories slip from her hair, braids like waterfalls.
Who will win this fast game?
Eurydice, who dies at the bite of a snake, passes from the dancing to an ethereal world out of reach. She becomes an apparition, and then a woman again, and then an apparition.
Her tongue fills with a secret.
The lowest note sounds far away from the center of our body. A single pitch reaches to the truth. That is love.
சிலந்தி நூற்ற நூலெல்லாம் குரங்கு வாளால் வீசக் கெடுமே.
After the third game, we all vote for the winner, one who shines most brightly. But now, for the game 2. Again, here is the hat of games. We were two with the game.
We have finished the lovers' game. What's next? What game did you draw?
Dolls. It's children's tale.
Oh, dolls. How will you bring the dolls to life?
Let's try something. We can have children's tale from Jataka. റാബിറ്റും മങ്കിയും എലിഫന്റും നല്ല സുഹൃത്തുക്കളായി സന്തോഷത്തോടെ ജീവിച്ചു വന്നു. ഒരിക്കല് നമ്മള് ഒരുപാട് കാലങ്ങളായിട്ട് സുഹൃത്തുക്കളാണല്ലോ. പക്ഷേ നമ്മുടെ ഈ വലിയ ലോകത്ത് ആർക്കും ആരോടൊരു ബഹുമാനമില്ല. നമുക്കതിനിപ്പോ എന്താ ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയാ? Rabbit! I have an idea. Let's go and make offerings and pay homage. Then little by little, we can spread respect among all the creatures. Monkey! ആദ്യം നമുക്ക് നമ്മളുടെ ഉള്ളിൽ തന്നെ വളർത്തിയെടുക്കാം. അതിനുശേഷം നമുക്ക് ഓരോരുത്തരായിട്ട് പഠിപ്പിക്കാം. Elephant! Off we go! ആദ്യം മൃഗങ്ങള്, പിന്നെ മനുഷ്യര്.
നമുക്ക് ഓരോരുത്തരുടെയും മുകളിലായി കയറി പയ്യെ മുകളിലേക്ക് പോകാം. Rabbit, oh look, there is the first glimpse of banyan tree of wisdom. Monkey, വാ നമുക്ക് കയറാം. നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും പരസ്പരം സഹായിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് മുകളിലേക്ക് പോകാം. Elephant, ഓ അവസാനം നമ്മൾ എത്തി. ഇനി നമുക്ക് മനുഷ്യരെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാം. Pheasant, അത് വളരെ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടേറിയ ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. But at last they will learn the art of harmony from animals. make us ready for each part. And to where they come from. And where they go. And then all is gathered back.
Maybe. As if before it has happened. After all, it is done.
From the hillside.
Land is the sister to water. When the earth hearts
Across millennial shifts. Between
the volcano and seabed.
There is a bamboo boat. It floats and rocking, almost invisible into the blue.
Who's winning?
How could we tell?
At the end of the third game.
Act of games and time. Final throw, final game.
musical chairs.
No sound.
Another children's game. Play then. Roll the final stroke.
In the wonder of small things, we lean into peace, near the edge of the impossible.
Wind, weather, an endless spinning. And now, there is a pause for such a peace to emerge. Enough time for the full wind to rise, weaving its shapes
From the sea to the mountains.
now!
How does death short what leaves?
Is it the same way that love and strife are the namesakes, one and the same for Savitri and for she who has not turned?
You linger between there and here, as if one glance back will not harm her, as if you can see.
Infinity in the flame of peacock fan.
Hear it in the strum of the lyre that hums.
Your lap is a lattice work.
Full of the photographs of a family,
All our families.
cast in the anywhere.
Of papers embossed on itself, of bamboo bending. Taste what you have clasped in the folds of paper, papyrus, and stressed linen as you fold, unfold, and fold.
Clamber through the top of the knotted hill, through green brush and lavender buds, until clear horizon bursts in you. Your face becomes sky full of silver and black anchors. In the early morning light, the color reflecting endlessly, as past and future tumble through each other at the still edge of the rocky ridge.
ഈ നൂലുകൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് അവളുടെ വിരലിൽ കോർത്ത് കെട്ടുക? പ്രായത്തിന്റെ വലയാൽ നെയ്ത് നരച്ച മുടിയാൽ പൊതിഞ്ഞ് ആ ജീവിതത്തിന് നമുക്ക് അർത്ഥമേകാം.
On the hard grains of mountain ash, there are women who play the wooden stand that holds the beggars and thieves who are moving all the way to the next city, legs and arms flaying all the way down to the coast.
It all begins with the simplest of vibrations. Such yearning, house of loss, snake's tail, still the lovers embrace. Kanta, Athena, Spider-Woman, all the weavers must be worn.
Turn towards each other, one dress full of rhythms, the beauteous weaving.
We
who
shine brightly.
We who shine so brightly as story words presses at the hands. The red bird that slips out like a whirlpool towards the blue horizon.
that have tumbled down toward us. Wonder in the sky, wonder in the blue things, where the sea meets the rivers.
Which stories will allow us to live as the family follows itself across the ghost lines? While the earth tilts out of its own verdant histories, along with red, blue, and now yellow paths stretched here from there and back again.
The small things that we hold in our hands, the small things that hold us in their hands. We have woven the stories and played the games, but the stories keep weaving us into the day, into the darkness, keep weaving around all edges. the beauty of texture, the beauty in the small things. Weaving.
I'd like for everybody to come forward and share your name. Your name.
I'm S-H-I-D-I-L, Shivil. N-D-A-K-I-S-H-O-R-E, Nandakishore.
I am Amrita.
My name is Sona. My name is Muskan. And this is my sign name. Smile across the way.
I'm Daniel.
I am Selena. I am Kanta Kandwal. I'm Gayatri.
Smriti.
I'm R-O-H-I-N, Rohin. This is my sign name, like a mole on the right ridge of the nose.
I'm Boomadi Madhya.
I'm S-A-F-V-A-N, Safwan, and that's my sign name, like Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon, he cuts across. That's my sign name.
I'm Vishnu.
I'm
Aaron.
So I would like to take a minute to also acknowledge the interpreters.
Saurabh, and my sign name is S and a jhola strapped from the left to the right.
Baby. Team. Okay, and then Surya is upstairs. She's the audio designer. And so let me introduce you to other people. Rohit is the stage manager. Malcolm is the project curator. This is the video of Suzu is the assistant project curator. Paige is one of the visual artists. Anita is here. Manu. Neeraj. Thomas. Azad is somewhere, I'm sure. Also one of the drivers for the project. Me too. Okay, so this Anupam. Ursula?
Yeah.
With the costumes. Other people with the costumes. A lot of people helped make this project happen. For all the people you see here, there are at least twice as many other people that have been involved in making this happen. So this project has a long history. We can share that later. What I'd like to do is move into this last part of our evening, which is we need some chairs in here so people participants can sit down. What we're going to do is spend a few minutes with Manu and 3 of the performers to just share a little bit about the following question. What are you taking from this project, from the performance, that you can carry toward the future? Again, the question is this: what are you taking from the performance that you can carry to the future? So we're going to hear from 4 people. So can we get some chairs in here? That's the first thing. No need to move. There's some chairs outside. I asked chairs are coming. Let me bring them around for you. Here. Right there. We just put the chairs here. We're going to put you all in front, but I need to get 20 chairs here. Oh my God. 20.
Yes. It is my name. മറന്നുകൊണ്ടാ നീരജിന് കൊടുത്തായിരുന്നു.
Everybody have a chance to sit down. We're just going to spend a bit of time with them. Okay? So again, no, we're good. Again. English, please, and then do your own translation for the audience. Okay? And then Shibble will sign, and we will have an English Malayalam translation.
Thank you so much, and welcome again. Thank you for taking your time to share this experience. I'd like to thank again the performers, the production team, and Kanta Kochhar for creating this event for all of us. So, thank you so much. The project is organized around multisensory theater, what we call pragmatic technologies, which are all these props around you, and future readiness. We're very interested in how theater and the arts can move us ahead individually and as a community to be better prepared for what's to come and to help create that. So as Kanta said, the question is, for each of these participants and for Manu, what did you take from the performance that would help you carry it toward the future? So perhaps Manu, would you be willing to start?
I'm more comfortable.
Yes, of course.
I'm Manu. I'm wearing a blue check t-shirt and the blue jeans with the long hair, the specs. And am I supposed to speak about the performance or the whole experience of the project?
I would say the whole for you forward from that. Start in English and then move to Malayalam.
This is a dream come true for me and Ala, because for many months, I think almost 3-4 months back, we started communicating with Kanta. They contacted us, and this is the day this is happening here. And I'm so happy and proud that this happened. Forget what is the outcome, what is the learning, all that is secondary for me. For me is, okay, we are doing it. We are all in it. We are doing it together as one mind and one body. And I once again, I want to thank all of you for that. Let me give a clap for it. And because I have so much to talk about this project, that's why I asked, should I talk about the performance or the project? Maybe what is interesting for me is the word future readiness. I was just thinking about it, I exactly didn't know what it meant, but for me, the future readiness part of the project, it's a what do you call it? It's something which really interested me. Because as a performing space, we all talk about inclusion. And of course, as a part of the community, I also talk about inclusion. But then it's past year that I realized, though I speak about inclusion, I was not practicing it. And it's very difficult. It's very easy to say that you're inclusive. But then when it comes to real close encounters with reality, with different kind of people experiencing different kind of life, it's really difficult to be inclusive. I'm not talking about people with disabilities or even non-disabled people. Like when it comes to us, we think that we accommodate people, but then I had real bad experiences in life which told me that no, Manu, you're not accommodating people. So it was it was that time this project came in. So as a whole, this project for me is to really open my eyes about how hard it is to practice that what you speak. And when it comes to the project, even physically, because I had friends coming and telling me, for example, last few weeks back there was an acting program and somebody came from Chennai, of Madhu's friends, and one of the biggest happy comments they shared was that when they came in, they saw a ramp here, outside. I was surprised because it's not a big thing, It's not a big thing to put a ramp here. But then they took it as a very emotional thing that there's an element of practice of inclusion in that act of creating a ramp there. Okay? So in that way, this project when it came in, the Ala team, it's not just me, a lot of friends here, we all, around 10 people work behind this 32 team. This team was quite huge, but around many people work behind with me. And we are all thinking about how to make this project happen, practicing inclusiveness. So if you see, you will see a lot of ramps in all the rooms, and there are signboard with Braille living. It was all great learning for us. Okay. So if I talk about that, there's so much to talk about it, but I'm just cutting down because at the sake of time. And if you from the performance, my takeaway is the last two words at the end of the performance that you said. The the texture and the what is it? Yeah?
The beauty of texture.
The beauty of texture and
The beauty of small things.
yeah, the beauty of texture and the beauty of small things. Beauty of small things was part of my life for a long time, many years. I believed in the beauty of small. That's why you sit in a small theatre in Kerala, but which is one of the best theatres in Kerala. It's a small space. But then texture, of course, this 2 weeks actually literally made me think of textures, not just in a physical sense, in an emotional sense, in many other ways. I came. We can say personalities have texture, right? Not just a cloth and a wooden piece. People have textures. Are you inclusive about those textures? That's why I thought these are 1-2 words of a takeaway for me. And another beautiful takeaway for me is, I was sitting there, that side, and I see this person, I forgot his name. Saurav and your name is? Renuga. Saurav and Renuga standing just in front of the camera. And they've been, they were kind of, they were giving, and of course there was sessions, I don't know how, you were kind of coaching or supporting in the sign language here. And I was actually observing Saurav's face each time, I won't say student or actor, somebody who performs here well, maybe without his involvement and all. Because sometimes he doesn't show the gesture. He was looking at them. And even while doing and without doing, when you look at the other actor and when they perform well, you could see Saurav's face. It was like he was... it was a big takeaway for me. It's about empathy. And that is theatre. And that really reassured why we should do this. And what is behind every person work behind this project. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. That inclusion or not, yeah. Now should I speak in Malayalam?
Let's wait on that, and we'll come back to Malayalam, especially if you have questions about that. Okay, thank you so much, Mark. Thank you. That was brilliant. I'm with you.
There's a lot to speak of, but I think to answer the question directly, I would say that I would more questions directly. And I think that's very important when you're practicing any form of art. Keep questioning whatever you socially conditioned to learn. What Dr. Kanta successfully did was create that collaborative sort of learning environment. And it was not easy because we were speaking in different languages. There were people from deaf community, there were people from visually impaired community, and the first few days we were really sort of carving that beautiful space together where we could come together and create things on our own. And what you saw today as a performance was something we put a lot of ourselves into. We created in parts, we created in groups, we worked with each other, we learned each other's languages, we would communicate well, I think that was a beautiful experience all together. And Dr. Kanta was teaching us, not teaching, but was with us on the floor, helping us to experience our bodies differently. And one major question right from the title that I'm walking away with is to think of ability. What is ability? Is it the same for all bodies? And can we think of anything of ability that that makes us all feel celebrated in society? Build that kind of space. And I think that's what I'm mostly looking forward to taking into my own practice as well.
Thank you. I wonder if you might give I wonder if you could give a very short summary about questions and ability in
So, ഇന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടത് നമ്മൾ ഒത്തിരി ഹൃദയവും നമ്മുടെ ജീവന്റെ ഒരു അംശമിട്ട ഒരു പെർഫോമൻസ് ആണ് നിങ്ങൾ ഇന്ന് ഇവിടെ കണ്ടത്. ഇപ്പൊ കഴിഞ്ഞ ഒരു 10 ദിവസമായിട്ട് നമ്മളിവിടെ ഒത്തുചേർന്ന് ഈ ഒരു അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫിയർ ഉണ്ടാക്കി നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ ഓരോരുത്തരിൽ നിന്ന് പഠിച്ചെടുത്താണ്. ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ട ഒന്നും ഒരാളുടെ മാത്രം സൃഷ്ടിയല്ല, നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും കൂടെ ഒത്തുചേർന്ന് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ ഒരു സൃഷ്ടിയാണ് ഇപ്പൊ കണ്ടത്. അതിൽ
ഓരോ അംശവും. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത്, ഞാൻ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ചിന്തിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത് കഴിവ് എന്നൊരു വാക്കിനെ കുറിച്ചാണ്. നമ്മളുടെ പ്രൊജക്ടിന്റെ ടൈറ്റിൽ തന്നെ കഴിവ് എന്നൊരു വാക്കുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, മിക്സ്ഡ് എബിലിറ്റി. എന്താണ് കഴിവ്? എല്ലാ ശരീരങ്ങൾക്കും ഒരേപോലെയാണോ കഴിവിനെ കാണാൻ പറ്റും? അതോ നമുക്ക് കഴിവിനെ കുറിച്ച് തന്നെ വേറൊരു രീതിയിൽ ചിന്തിക്കാൻ പറ്റും? ഓരോരുത്തരുടെ ശരീരവും സെലിബ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യപ്പെടും.
The question of abilities, the question of inclusivity, and as you said, theater. This is what theater does. Thank you so much. Oren, could you reflect on this question for a moment?
Namaskaram. This is Arun. I'm from nearby, around Kochhar. ഞാനിവിടെ അടുത്താണ് താമസിക്കുന്നത്. എൻ്റെ പേര് അരുൺ എന്നാണ്. Basically, I'm a software developer, blockchain based, and I'm a trader too, traveler, something like that. ഞാനൊരു സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഡെവലപ്പറാണ്, പിന്നെ ട്രേഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, പിന്നെ ട്രാവൽ ചെയ്യാൻ ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. The question is, what is my takeaway from here? That's a big question for me, because for me, what to say? The biggest thing in my life, yesterday also I said that it is nothing but simply I am still alive. That is the most important thing. Every day morning I just thank to the universe or what, the God, whatever, because I am still alive. I just wake up, because a lot of people who sleep yesterday night do not wake up today morning. They don't have that, what to say, that grace or that opportunity. They miss that. So still this world is open for me. And the thing is that I feel I just want to experience this life, because I did nothing to get this life. Who choose me to come here and experience this space and the people around me? I don't know. Maybe the universe, whatever. But I got that chance. I know the value of that thing. Even it is a free thing for me. I did nothing to get this life. So what I mean is, I want to live every day. So every moment, I just withdraw myself from everything. Simply my surroundings. I know what is happening in my around, or my surroundings and all. But I just withdraw myself. I never judge people. I don't have any comment on the things. I simply watch, like an observer. Simply I watch. So, എൻ്റെ ഒരു കാഴ്ചപ്പാടിൽ ജീവിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് ഏറ്റവും വലിയൊരു കാര്യമായിട്ട് ഞാൻ കാണുന്നു ഈ നിമിഷത്തിൽ ഇരിക്കുന്നതിൽ. സോ എനിക്കങ്ങനെ ഓരോ ദിവസവും ഓരോ അപ്പം അങ്ങനെ ഈ ഒരു മൊമെന്റിൽ ഇരിക്കാനായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ആഗ്രഹിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. സോ ദ മെയിൻ തിങ് ഈസ് ദാറ്റ് how to live every day. So that is the main reason I came here. I feel I am not living. So this is the platform like this. Last year also I have the joint hand with Kanta ma'am. We experienced the theater last year. So that was a fantastic experience for me. Not a fantastic, but fantastic one. We learned many things from there. And the thread which is in the flow, the way it sticks, everything we learn from there. Because that day it didn't work for us the way we wanted. So from our mistakes we learned a lot of things. From here, what I learned is that how to set up a venture like this, how to direct or how to initiate, and how to make this possible. The scientific or the the systematic way of implementing things to the ventures. So I learned many things from Kanta ma'am. I'm still learning. This is the work of more than 1 year, I think. She every time texts me from US also, and this is what I done. This is the progress, and we are going to do this thing next month. So everything, I know what the effort she put behind this. So that's why the main reason I'm here. And yeah, that's what the takeaway. I can make the entire system copy from her and put it somewhere else and make things as it is. That's what I'm confident right now. That's what the thing. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. So, to paraphrase briefly, the gracious chance that we all have to be together, and your role was to talk about story and game, game and story, and rolling the dice. So, lovely connections, and to learn the systems of building a different kind of theater. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to see so many people. Yeah, I forgot. I'm Shivil, and this is my sign name, the index finger on the upper ridge. And I should also visually describe, I'm wearing a light color dress kurta kind of thing, a black pant, I have trimmed hair and a little bit of beard. I think we have been here since a long time, more than 2-3 weeks, and it has been so exciting and we have been learning so much. And the question is, what is something we have learned which we want to carry in the future? I think the diversity of this audience, the blind and low vision people, the deaf and hard of hearing people, people with diverse abilities, all working together, this is so critical, because this is what the future is. And this is so much I have learned and so much I have experienced. I want to thank Dr. Kanta, because I was also part of the 2024 project, and this was the first time for me to see a blind individual who was doing art with me, and I had a lot of inhibitions. I didn't know if I could work together, and just as Arun mentioned, this coming together is so much of learning. This diversity is learning how to work with hearing people, learning how to work with all human beings. We are all one, and we take from all of us, and we are one. And I think this feeling which you have given to us, Dr. Kanta, you have helped us, you have resolved certain places where, and I think you're so inspirational. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. That kind of diversity and unity that's always active, and we have to keep weaving those relationships, right? So thank you to all four of you. Let's give a round of applause to our... I want to thank you all again for taking your time to be here tonight at Allah, at Manu's Fantastic Theater. Please
Ada payah. Hello.